Yo, what is up, everybody? Jumpin here, and I'm back with The Witcher 2 Assassin of Kings. Now, I had a whole bunch of videos to render and a lot of free time, so I went ahead and just farmed the shit out of this game. I was able to make both of the dark mode weapons and the entire armor set. And if you take a look at the top right of the screen, you will see I have 8,289 orens, so I've been farming like a beast. Alright, so to start this video off, I'm just going to talk about like how to farm if you guys are interested in playing dark mode, or if you just need to make money. Now the first thing I'll do real quick is go to the notice board. These are all side quests you can do, but we're not going to do them right now, but we will be doing them sometime in the future. This guy over here, he's a merchant. He's really important if you want to make this armor because he sells a lot of the materials that you're going to need. So remember that. Generally, all you need to do is just go talk to him, buy what he's selling. And if you want him to restock his inventory, just leave the area, wait like until dawn or noon or something, and come back and he should have all his stuff back. Now this guy, he is the one who will be selling the diagrams for all the armor and the weapons. And he's also a guy you can talk to if you need him to craft you the items and stuff. And of course you need to collect all the materials and all that. And he also sells silver ore, which will be important for making like the silver sword. Now before you start farming, you should definitely make yourself a silver witcher sword, just so that you can actually fight against some of the monsters outside in the forest area. Because that's basically what you're going to be doing. You're going to be coming out here, and there should be a shit ton of monsters that you can fight. And if you do it right, I'll show you like how I like to farm. But if you do it right, you can kill so many enemies and collect all their loot. It might only take you like an hour to actually get the entire armor set and the weapon. But yeah, so that's just what I've been doing. I have so much money and stuff just because I've been doing this for maybe 3 to 4 hours now. Primarily just because I've been rendering and that shit takes forever. But yeah, I generally just spam the A button on these guys because these guys do like to dodge a lot. And when you first start doing this, it's going to be kind of difficult just because, besides the fact that there's a whole bunch of these dudes, your weapon and armor is going to be really shitty. So, if I remember right, I think the warriors, they can actually two-shot you on dark mode. Right now they can't because I have like this full armor set, so I have a lot of defense. But at first they were two-shot me and shit. So, when I was doing that, I was just like taking my sweet little time and stuff. Put our armor back on. Let's get him! And you see how like he's dodging backwards. So if you go for power attacks on these guys, a lot of times you'll miss. But yeah, you just want to kind of kill all these enemies in this area. There's actually a shit ton of them, even more too if I want to go look for them. But that's basically what I do. I just kill all these guys, and then once I get done with this, I go and I wait, and then I come back. So let's make sure we collect everything they drop. Because they do drop a lot of stuff. Look. Just keep scanning the area and pick up everything. A lot of mutagens too. So you could either use them or just sell them. Because mutagens are worth a lot. But generally, once I'm done killing all the enemies, I just run over here. And then you hold LB, you meditate. And you go to the bottom option, which is wait/rest. And yeah, just select one of the time periods, dawn or noon or whatever. And you run right back over here again, and all the enemies should be back. And you just keep fighting them over and over again until you have enough materials to actually, you know, buy the armor, the diagrams, and all the crafting materials that you're going to need. So yeah, that's basically the strategy for farming. And honestly, like, I would recommend farming a lot just so that you have a shit ton of money. Because if you're playing on dark mode, later on, we're going to, in Chapter 2 and in Chapter 3, we need to buy different armor sets. And having the money now is definitely nice. Now, if you can't tell, the weapon turns your screen black, which can be somewhat annoying. But the weapon is amazing. Every time you hit an enemy, you will drain some of their life, and you will absorb that. Oh, we got more enemies coming. Bring it on, bitch. But yeah, this weapon has lifesteal on it. In fact, all the weapons do. And they are basically the best weapons you can get at this point in the game. And the armor is hands down the best. because in the early parts of the game, I believe like the strongest armor you can get, chest piece wise, is like a +3 armor rating, and this chest piece has a plus 15 armor rating. So I mean that's insane when you compare it to like the other ones, and it really does help for dark mode, because without it, the game is insanely hard. But with the armor and the weapons and stuff, the game's not so bad. And it's a lot of fun. It's a nice little reward if you're willing to collect all the things you need. Alrighty, so let's go back into town. And like normally I just go and sell everything I collect, but this time I won't. But yeah, that's how you farm. Alright, so we need to continue with the main storyline. So let's actually go into the end. And I believe we need to talk to the bard. But once we talk to him, then everything's gonna get rolling. Alright.
Damn, that was close! Innkeep! Vodka!
Triss Marigold! Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you and your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor.
Alright, let's talk about the dragon first.
The dragon, well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the La Villettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure. No wedding, Zoltan?
Ha! The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be pop-in-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grand Master died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakau's, and as a gift for Eudora, a jadestone as big as my fist.
We were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the Breckenrigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pin drop. Old Breckenrig rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, Geralt, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
"Eat," Breckenrig says, then proceeded to slurp 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. Hope his mind caves in on his head.
I love the voice acting in this game. Now, some of it can be like a little at times, but at least with Zoltan, the accent is just so perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about this stuff.
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Leave him be, Geralt. He'll play the spy a bit, get bored, and drop it. You know how he is.
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
Alright, so we're about to talk about some politics of the game. Now, a lot of this stuff will be important if you choose Roach's path, because later on in Chapter 1, I'm not going to spoil it, but you're going to have 2 options, and depending on the option you choose, the game will be dramatically different. Now, normally I like to go down Roach's path, so all this information will actually be important.
Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimbalt and Count Merivale, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near Lavalette Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimbalt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No. It ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart as sorceress holds a significant stake.
Alright, that is enough politics.
I think I've heard enough about politics. Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute. What were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragons separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Yorvith Skoyatel were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
Oh shit. Damn.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt.
Ah, I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
Yeah, this guy's kind of an asshole, so you can be a dick to him if you want. But I'm gonna be nice, although generally I like to be a dick because Geralt is such a badass anyway.
All right. What happened?
I came to Flotsam to kill the Kayran,
Kayran?
the monster that has effectively blocked the port. A moment ago I had the good fortune to see it in all its splendor, but the local folk scared it away.
Good fortune? You hear that, Sozek? That was some good fortune for you.
Why's the beast in the port all of a sudden, eh? Summoned by the witch, perchance?
To see it in all its splendor.
Alright, so let's go ahead and use our mind control ability.
Sozek doesn't look too good. Lay him inside somewhere.
Right, we've dawdled enough already. Come on, lads, let's go.
What's this? I was ready for a rumble there.
Shut it, and come on.
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanserville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species. To throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths, right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my. Your sense of humor seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a Scoia'tael. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation. Witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, they do not like each other. Alrighty, so that's going to start our first quest. And once we complete it, we will fight our first boss. So let's go talk to this merchant. Before we do that, though, this guy wants to talk to us, so let's talk to him.
White-haired one, I have an offer for you.
Well, alrighty.
Greetings, white-haired one. I could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Alrighty. Now, this is a side quest, so just agree.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher, have your ways?
I'll see what I can do.
Alrighty. Now, this quest is kind of glitchy, and I'll explain that later, but yeah, we're going to do it in a certain way, so... Alright, let's come up here and talk to this merchant. think... Well, he should be right here. Where the hell is he? Alright, I'm gonna scan this area real quick and pick this stuff up. Now, most of these items will not respawn. I think that's him up there. But one thing you could do, and you should do, is actually go into every single house and rob everybody. That's a great way of getting a lot of stuff for crafting, and can help you with your crafting of this armor and the weapon.
What do you want?
Heard you have a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a river beast blocks the port, and tolls at a rise.
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said the same, but we've yet to see any results.
She's asked me to work with her.
And who's to pay your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorceress was to manage alone. You can split that reward if you wish.
Fuck that shit. He's gonna double it.
Well, we're managing it together now, so as I see it, you should double the reward.
You jest.
Alright, so now you have two options here. You can use your mind control ability, or you can intimidate him. Now, I'm going to try to go for the intimidation, but here's the thing, is that I'm pretty sure that there's like a percentage chance that you can succeed or fail. So normally, in situations like this, you should probably save your game, and if you fail, you just load the game back up, and you try again. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this.
I never jest.
All right. We shall increase the reward. You'll both be satisfied, I assure you.
It's a deal. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it. I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric, most probably. He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village, outside the walls. Now leave me be.
Alrighty, so let's go and talk to this merchant for this guy and get this formula. And then once we get done with that, there's another group of guys that we should talk to for, I believe, a side quest. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we're going to come back up here and go through this door, because this should take us directly to the merchant. We have to wait for the loading screen. Alright, so this guy should be like right here somewhere. Oh, he's actually over here. Remember, this is the guy that you're going to want to buy all your crafting materials from. And there's another quest right here as well. But it's important that you do this quest a certain way.
Welcome to my modest shop.
Alright, let's go ahead and confront him.
I need one of your incense formulae.
I've got more than 200 here.
I'm interested in the best seller. Someone's offering a handsome price for that formula. They say it's harmful.
Impossible. I haven't had a single complaint. And I'll not give the formula to anyone. How about this? I give you a formula for a similar scent. You get your reward, and I keep my secret.
Now, it's up to you if you want to go for that, but the thing is like I said, this quest is really glitchy. So normally what I do is I intimidate him, and I make him give me the formula, and then later on in the quest, I do it a certain way, and if you do it right, the quest should complete. If you don't do it the way that I do it, then the quest generally will fail. I don't really understand like why it happens, but it does.
If I don't get the real formula by the count of 5, you'll be greeting one of the 2 friends I carry on my back. 1, 2...
Wait a minute. Maybe we can come to an agreement.
3.
All right, wait. I'll give it to you. Here. Happy?
Alright, so let's go ahead and get away from him. Now, these people are going to want us to shut this guy down. So we really don't want to shut down this shop.
Are you a witcher?
I am.
You've got to do something about that filthy business. The crook selling the poison is going unpunished.
I think he's just selling incense.
Incense is only a cover. People get addicted to it, lose their senses. It's like Fistech. You must shut down that shop. Close the shop and the citizens of Flotsam will reward you handsomely.
I'll talk to the trader.
Hell no. Alright, so if you want the reward, you have to shut him down. But like I said, you're going to lose this shop. And this shop is actually really important for buying, like, your crafting materials and stuff.
Welcome to my modest shop.
Alright, so let's go ahead and confront him on the fact that he's selling drugs.
They say one of your scents is a strong drug.
A drug here? Never heard such nonsense.
A lady told me it works just like Fistech.
Perhaps everything works like Fistech on that lady.
Haha. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
I know there's something unusual about it.
All right. I admit it. I've traded in incense for years. It was an ordinary scent. How could I know it would have such an effect on people? Anyway, I can't ban them from using it.
Alright, so if you intimidate him, he will basically leave and close down shop, but you don't want that to happen, so just tell him that you believe him.
You sound honest enough.
Alright, so now that that's done, let's go talk to the people.
Flotsam's got a garage.
You haven't closed the shop. People continue to get addicted to that rubbish because of you.
No one's forcing them to buy incense.
You'd not say that if your own were sniffing it. Get out of here!
Aha! Alright, so that quest is now complete. Alright, let's go ahead and come over here, because there's going to be two guys who are going to want us to do something for them. And we need to go talk to them. Actually, they're not here. I don't know why. What the fuck? Let me wait for a second. Let's see if they appear. Wow, they're not here. That's really weird. Oh wait, look, now they're there. That's kind of glitchy.
Ha!
Greetings. A word, if you will.
You see, we've created an alchemical substance, and we wish to test it in Vizima, in a laboratory.
Seeing as you're a witcher, we wondered if you'd be willing to test it in practice.
In a year or two, given the occasion, you could visit us in Vizima. We'd examine you and reward you generously.
We need to study its long-term effects. We can't say more.
Are you in?
Now, if this was me, I would be like, hell no. But you do want to go ahead and say I'm in.
Why not?
Splendid!
Excellent.
Now, if you could also keep a journal of the experiment.
Don't overdo it.
What do you want to prove?
Alrighty, so that's not even like a side quest. It's basically just a journal entry, but those guys will become important later. Alright, let's go out to the forest real quick, and we need to go talk to that guy, Cedric. But once we come out here, Trisk is going to actually confront us and tell us some stuff.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
Let's go ahead and confront her.
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
Alright, let's see what we want to say.
I know you too well.
Sheila's one of the most powerful sorceresses.
That's no reason to fear her.
She can't be trusted, in my experience. I know her to be devious and manipulative.
Any proof?
She's well aware you lost your memory, yet pretended she didn't know.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Her true intentions have always been hard to fathom.
I'll see if I can't learn what they are.
How?
I'll go hunting with her, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
Alrighty, so in our next episode, we'll talk to Cedric, and we'll continue with this quest and a whole bunch of quests. Alrighty guys, well I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, will you please like the video for me, be sure to subscribe, and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day, and peace out.